Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to properly fill out the data input form that's connected to our database. So first you're going to want to put in your first name and your last initial, put in the ID code that we're going to give to you, enter the date of your data collection. I'm just going to put today's date, and start time, and then you're going to put your end time. And next you're going to want to put your green space location name, so this is going to be the name of your park or your reviewing is or taking data is in. I'm just going to put the park that's closest to where I am right now. And here we're just going to put our GPS coordinates of the location, and we're going to put the link to the GPS coordinates, which is going to be our Google link. And in my case, this is going to be a formal green space because it is a park, but you will choose whichever one applies for you. And now we're going to go into the human use part of the form, which we're going to take that sheet that they gave you and all of the descriptions from the 1 to 5 ratings for each section, and you're going to refill it out on here. So if you would fill out everything here, you're going to put your number of buildings, number of trash cans. Let's say we've got 2 buildings. So I'm just answering for my park. So you're going to put all of your information here, and it's going to ask you again what green space type. So you're going to put your location name again. So if it's a park, put the park name or the name of your green space, and then a description, a quick description of that green space. And then you're going to then note down the primary noise outside of your green space that you hear, the secondary noise, and then you're going to note down the primary noise and secondary noise inside the green space. And then we're going to click next, and it'll bring us here. And here you're going to do your different locations. You're going to have a few locations. So you're going to put your GPS coordinates, and then right below it, it's going to start for location 2. And this first page is going to have 1 to 3 locations. And then once you click next again, it's going to have locations 4 to 6. And then you can choose your next category. So now we're going to go into the pitfall traps. For the pitfall trap data, you're going to put in your GPS coordinates once again of where you put your pitfall trap, and then the link, as well as the date and the time, the description of the location, and then you're going to put the brand of soap you use, and then if the soap had a scent, and then you're going to put what kind of environment the trap was in, and then if it had rained. And next you're going to put down the different counts of the different categories of bugs you observed, and you're going to upload pictures right under here where it says add file for each category. And then you'll have an option at the bottom that's going to say enter another trap, and you can enter up to 3 traps. So next we're going to go into the community interviewer. So in the community interview, we've got 2 places where you can add files, and you're just going to add your interview and you're just going to upload it here. And now we're going to choose our next category, which is going to be the pollinators category. For the pollinator data, you're going to put again your GPS coordinates, a link, and then a description, as well as an image of your location and then a description on the weather. Next, you're going to put your total number of pollinators observed along with the number of different pollinators observed. And then you're going to check all of the different pollinators that you saw. So for the tree data, you're just going to put in the tree count. Let's say we saw 5 trees, and we're going to go to set 1. Click next. You're going to put in your GPS coordinates, and then different categories 1 to 5 of how each tree is in each category. So here we have crown health. Next we've got bark health, which is 1 to 3. And then we're going to have the tree circumference in centimeters for each tree that you're going to record. And then after you record the circumference, you're going to record the tree species. And then at the bottom, you can choose to enter another set if need be, or you can go into your next category, which is going to be the GIS area distribution for iTree. So here you're going to enter your total area in acres, as well as area occupied by grass, bare ground, impervious cover, and or water. And then you're going to choose your next category. We're going to go into the map upload category, and for that, you're going to enter the name of your green space. You're going to enter the coordinates and any comments explaining the map legend that you made. And then you're going to upload the image of the handmade map that you did make. And then you're going to go on to your next category or click submit if you're done. For the soil profiling test, you're going to put in a description once more, and then you're going to put in the percentage of silt, sand, and clay. And then for the percolation test data, you're going to put in a description of your location, the time it took for your water to drain in your hole, and then you're going to go on to your next category. For temperature, humidity, and air quality, you're going to enter your data before going into the green space, during, and after. So before, here is what you're going to enter. And then you're going to go ahead and click next. And this is going to be your temperature, humidity, and air quality at the green space. And then you're going to enter this information after going to the green space. And then last but not least, when you click submit, it's going to take you to this final page, and it's going to ask you a few questions before you hit the submit button. So first we ask, was any of your data unusual? Note down anything that was out of the ordinary and that caught your eye and that you noticed. Next, we're asking if this was a subsequent visit. Were there any big differences from the previous visit? Were there any notable scenery changes? Was it snowing this time and not snowing the last time? Things of that nature. And for the next question, we're asking, were there any possible sources of error in the data you collected? And when we talk about error, we talk about not only human error that we may make while taking our data, but we're also talking about the errors that our equipment we're using may have, or the apps we're using on our phones may malfunction. So note down any of those that you think might affect your data. And then last but not least, we ask for any remarks that you have. So anything that you want us to know that you think is important that may not have fit in any of these categories that you think would be beneficial and help us with our data collection. And then you're going to go ahead and click submit and you'll be done.